Good afternoon, YouTube. Angry Chin. Got off work early. Not too bad. A really nice day. Come home. Have a nice little bowl. Celanese number 779. English blend in my Peterson pipe. I love this pipe. It's like getting a new car. You just want to drive it all the time. But it's probably the last time I smoke it for a couple days. And I tend to read all my comments when I get on my videos. And I got one comment, a couple comments on the video, pipe smoking in public if you dare. And I'm surprised on how many people don't smoke a pipe in public. I would have never guessed it. It seems like all of us pipe smokers and cigar smokers have one thing in common, or two things. We all enjoy smoking pipes and cigars, but the other thing is mostly all of us enjoy them at home. You see the odd person, smoking a pipe in public, but not too often nowadays. And I find it kind of weird. Now, I definitely used to be like that too. I was once in the pipe smoking closet. I was so far back in that closet, I was probably in Narnia. That's how far back I was. I was very insecure about it. I, thought it was kind of stupid, to be honest with you. I thought maybe people give me a hard time about it, and I didn't know too much and didn't think too much of it. Ever since 18, I've always been into cigars, even earlier than that. And when I found Pipe Friend CHS and started watching his videos on YouTube, I kind of saw him and thought, yeah, I'd like to try that. That's a nice looking pipe, but I like cigars, so maybe I'd try his pipe tobacco. So I gave it a whirl. Bought a couple clay pipes and stuff like that when I was in the Caribbean. Came back, bought a pack of Morpha Gold Blend, whatever you want to call that stuff, in the brown package there, and gave her a whirl. And I enjoyed it, actually. I did enjoy it very well. Enjoyed everything about it. Packing it, lighting it, and just sitting there, outside on the porch at the time, on a nice day, watching the traffic go by, and smoking a nice pipe. I enjoyed the atmosphere of it. So, the warden wasn't big on it right off the get-go. She didn't approve too much. But finally, I talked her into it, and I'm like, you gotta pick your poison, and gave her the big spiel. I don't drink much, I don't do drugs, stuff like that. So I kind of won her over pretty easy. My parents? My dad's a cigarette smoker, as well as my sister. So when I told them, they kind of gave me the weird look, like, smoking a pipe? Can I try it? So I let them try the pipe. Every cigarette smoker, not saying all of them, but at least these two here, grabbed the pipe, took the biggest drag ever, inhaled, blew it out, looked at me, I don't taste anything. And that was it. So, obviously, you're not going to impress cigarette smokers. There's definitely no way to impress them, and there's no way to tell them that's alright, unless they have their own opinion on it and stuff like that. So, I was a little leery about telling them. But, eventually they got over it, and I started smoking the pipe around the house more, and eventually started smoking more cigars. And then, another thing comes up. My friends, they come over to the house. I'm smoking a pipe. A lot of them would be like, oh, you're smoking a pipe? How old are you, 85? Blah, blah, blah. And then as it got on and on, more and more, I just became more and more comfortable with it and just didn't care no more. I looked at it, it's something I enjoy, something I like doing, I like buying stuff. I like smoking it, and I like the taste, and I like everything about it, so I'm not going to hide it. I turned a couple guys onto the pipe, and they enjoy it too. They don't do it as much as I do. But they're more into the cigars too, and it's just something we all like to do now, and I think that's the big thing. But from, smoking my pipe off the property, definitely starting to do that more too now. Take it off for a walk, bring my pipe with me. If I go down to the marina, bring my pipe with me, fishing, stuff like that, so. Like I was saying, smoke in public if you dare. I think the thing now is that we just need to get out there and start smoking them in public and, make it become the norm now. because the pipe in the public is not the norm. In my opinion, the pipe in public is definitely the elephant. It's just, what the hell are you smoking there? Obviously you're not smoking pipe tobacco, you're smoking weed in there, and it's not like that at all. A lot of us smoke pipe tobacco, but it's just not the norm. We're all closet smokers. So I think we all need to get out more and start smoking our pipes more. I'm definitely going to start doing that. That's my New Year's resolution this year, 2013, is to get out more and start smoking my pipe. I don't care if I become the crazy guy in the town that smokes the pipe. I don't give a shit. I'm definitely going to start doing it more often. Because, who cares? If you have a pipe, there's obviously something about you that makes you pretty unique as it is. You saw this and you were intrigued by it and you said, hey, that looks pretty cool. That puts you a cut above from everybody else. So right away, you're already kind of different from everybody else. So why not embrace it and smoke it outside, Or tell your parents. Who cares what people think? It's like, why, you gotta ask yourself the question, why do you smoke a pipe? I smoke it for the taste. I smoke it for the relaxation of it, the social part of it. I like the packing. I like the relighting it 50,000 times. I like all that stuff. That's what I like smoking about. That's what I like smoking about pipes. And not that. Let's be honest, guys. Doesn't that just look badass? I don't know about you, but the little kid inside me saying that just looks badass, sitting there with a pipe in your hand. That's cool, man. I don't know. Maybe I was born in the wrong decade or whatever, but it's something about that, or a nice stogie in your hand. That's just cool. I think that's pretty cool. When I see some guy in public smoking, I'm like, whoa! Buddy smoking a pipe, that's pretty freaking cool. That's just me. So I think we need to all get out there and just, embrace it, We're pipe smokers, Not to sound cocky or nothing, but we're kind of a cut above the rest. We're not cigarette smokers. We're pipe smokers. We approve, and we don't approve, but we like good quality tobacco, and we like everything about it, and we just like, it's hard to say. We just have a unique taste in life, I guess you could say. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. It's hard to explain. I pretty much gone through this in my head about 40 times this morning in my truck, trying to think how to put this in words and everything, but sometimes I get verbal diarrhea, so basically, my name's Angry Chin, and I'm a proud pipe smoker and cigar smoker. And don't really care what anybody thinks. If you don't like it, that's your problem. But in the new year, I'm definitely going to take my pipe outside more often and, walk around with a pipe. It's a little hard in Canada because we got stupid friggin' laws outside. You can't do it in front of the hospital and shit like that. But definitely going to bring the pipe outside more often and embrace it because, why do we all have to be, closet smokers? That's stupid, So, I think once people start doing it more outside, it'll just become the norm sooner or later. Other than that, that's my ramble of a video today. Just wanted to say, I read the comments on the one, and some people were saying that, their parents or their church. I'm not trying to send nobody out or anything, but, tell them, like, who cares what people think? First of all, you're a pipe smoker, so, like I said, there's already something, you're already different from everybody else. We're not chain smokers, and we don't fall in the line of cigarette smokers, and this is not even just pipe smokers. If you smoke a pipe, or you smoke cigars, or you're a snoozer, or a snuffer, whatever they call that stuff, or a dipper, who cares, man? That's what you're into, that's what you're into. Don't be afraid to freaking do it. Like I said, this year, 2013, definitely be smoking my pipe more out and about now. I'm just, I don't really care what people think. And if they want to hate, let them hate, because haters will be hating. So, that's about it. Figured I'd kind of go on a rant there. Just, like I said, New Year's resolution. Bringing the pipe out in public more often. It doesn't bother me so much, but when I first started, I did. Another thing, too. Tell people about your YouTube channel and tell them about the pipe community and all that. Then see the looks you get. I was very freaking discouraged about that too when I first started. I didn't know what to think of it. And then I didn't know who to tell, and then I finally kind of worked my way up, and now I tell anybody. I don't really care. I just say, yeah, I'm on YouTube. You know, I love it. Great people, great conversations on there. Lots of information. You know, it's great, and that's what I do now. So people look at you weird. People, you know, they're not into YouTube, and a lot of people are old too. Well, not old, but you know, just old fashioned. So they're not on YouTube and they don't know. So I think it's pretty neat that you could share something like that with somebody and give them an understanding of, like, you know, oh yeah, I'm on YouTube, I smoke a pipe and do questions and comments and stuff like that. And a lot of people think it's pretty cool stuff. So other than that, that's about all I gotta say. It's just that's my big New Year's resolution this year, and hopefully you'll make the same one too. Crack that pipe, bring her outside, and let her rip. Fuck this bullshit about friggin' people looking and all that crap. So I got Angry Chin's devotion right here. Be bringing this puppy out and outside more often. But anyways, I'm at like the 10-11 minute marker. That's a little too long for my videos. And this is Angry Chin out.